All right, morning. So here I am at my upper lot. Jack of all, master none, doing some sugaring today. Maybe you've seen another video of this building. It's gravity fill, 3-inch gravity fill out of the tanks. We have two 2,500 old milk tanks off of trucks. One's undercover, the other one's exterior, because it was an afterthought. We have power coming in quite a ways through the woods back to a residential house. It's like 2,000 feet. All right, so this tank here is a water tank. It's a recirculation for my 7.5 horsepower Nash pump, 3-phase vacuum pump. Got wet dry lines, 1.5 inch dry. There's two 1-inch wet lines there. Some other lines coming in here, 3/4 line. This black line is a water line, comes from a spring. Over here behind the building, we have another set of wet dry, and then a lower set of wet dry. Those are about 1,000 feet each. Well, let's take a look inside the building. This summer I added one of those wet dries, added some taps, insulated this building. It's not much of a building really. You know, it's just some boards cobbled together. This is one of our electric releasers that we built. It is insulated inside a 55-gallon drum with spray foam. Electric releaser, double 20-gallon-a-minute pumps inside there. I don't know if you can see all the pipes coming and going, hidden underneath the stairs. There. That big stainless T you see is actually the pump line that goes up to the tanks. Got a drain on it. Valves on all the lines. It's pretty compact in here. Kind of kept it that way on purpose. Hopefully the heat from the vacuum pump is going to keep things warm enough in here. Got a spare oil pump here. I don't even remember what that thing is. Bomatic. I think it's a Bomatic. That's just a backup if something goes wrong with the 3-phase. Air going out up there. So the water, this column right here, that's the water out. Comes up. Then it recircs back to the tank. But you need to separate the air and the water out. So it's going to separate in this Y. And the air goes up, water goes out. Vacuum coming in. So we're on the stairs here. See, so this here is the pump line from the releaser. 1.25 inches, 90 degrees through the wall, and then upstairs. Just that line coming right through the wall, boom, right down into the tank. A few extra parts and spare pieces here. Out here, got the other tank. Got to walk the plank. You come out here, wash that tank. You have to. Don't really use 2 tanks during the day. We only use 2 tanks at night, just to get a little sleep. Not too worried about it during the day. Had to keep that wet dry system up really high because we originally had the releaser up here. So that was the big change this summer. The releaser used to be up top, up high here, above the tanks. So all the lines had to come in really high to get to the releaser, which really wasn't a huge deal. But it's kind of a pain in the butt because the insulation factor of insulating this room and that room down there was just too much work. And since, you know, we rely on electricity nowadays to sugar, we need electricity to have vacuum because that's the only way you can get any saps with vacuum. So we run a generator here. We have a generator here too in case power goes out. So if power does go out, the generator's getting turned on. So I couldn't foresee all the complications that I had with having that releaser out in the cold, up high like that. I was just sick of it. I wanted to insulate it. I had a water freeze issue last year on the pump. Had to drain everything. Luckily, we weren't getting any sap that day, obviously, because we were froze, but I'm just sick of dealing with frozen water. So try to have things a little more enclosed this year. Be a little bit more of a creature comfort. A little easier. Yeah, so see what happens. But so this tank here, yeah, we're just, that 15-gallon drum, water comes from a spring up above. Then it goes into that drum. It's like a dirt separator. I got a little drain on the bottom to, you know, get the dirt out or whatever. And then the clean water goes into the bigger tank here. So I'm hoping that that works well. It's kind of the setup I had before. I got a bigger tank, that's all. Just to have more water. That's about it, I guess. Till sugaring season starts, we'll actually get to try it. See what happens. All right, have any questions on water pump setup or any questions that want to be built here? Hit me up, subscribe. See ya.